Hey y'all, Moses here. So I wouldn't normally do a video like this, but this is something that I've been following for the last little while. So what's happened is Treyarch has put out their Blackout beta recap post on the subreddit. Now this is the first one of these I've done for Blackout. I'll be doing more as we get more information. I've put on my Sunday best for my Monday best for you guys. Only the nicest tank tops, anyways. I just wanted to go through some of the post here and just kind of talk about my experience with the Blackout beta and what they've clearly learned from that. So let's start here by just reading through this. Again, this will be similar to what I do with PUBG, where I just talk about the patch notes or the changes and that kind of stuff. We'll see how it kind of stacks up. So without further ado, let's jump right in. We'd like to take this opportunity to look back at the biggest feedback items that came from the community and provide some deeper insights into what we're doing to improve the game, just as we did following the multiplayer beta. Here's a look at some of the hot topics we've been tracking between now and launch. All right, so let's jump right in. Armor. Armor's role in Blackout is inherently unique compared to its role in multiplayer. You only live once in Blackout, and you're rewarded for scavenging in areas that often put you in perilous positions, especially as the collapse gets smaller in the late game. For this and other reasons, we've been cautious about making sweeping changes to the way armor works, though we've made some tweaks during the beta and continue to evaluate how armor will work at launch. Every item in the game, from armor to weapons to perks, is constantly re-evaluated to ensure that they fit in the correct place in the game's meta. You can expect armor to be tuned multiple times as the game and the gameplay content evolves over time. Some changes to armor since the start of the beta include the spawn frequency of level armor has been reduced by 75% compared to its initial spawn rate in the beta. Level 3 armor will now most frequently be found in stashes and supply drops, though it may occasionally spawn in the world. Level 3 armor now breaks sooner and passes more damage to the player wearing it, and still offers headshot and other types of damage mitigation. We've heard your concerns that level 3 armor was still perhaps too powerful by the end of the beta, and will be evaluating the data to see what other tweaks may be required. Level 2 armor was also minorly adjusted during the beta and will potentially be tweaked further in time for launch. Players will see an indicator of the condition of their own armor and those of their teammates in the HUD. This provides a more granular indicator of the damage that your armor has taken beyond the armor icon and will let you know if it's time to seek out a replacement. So armor was really a strange thing for me in the game. I think that they're on the right track with reducing the overall frequency of level 3 armor. It was super powerful. I mean, there were times where even when I was wearing it, I was like, this is stupid overpowered. Like, it was just so, you would take so much damage. Like, you could tank 5, 6, 7 shots or like whatever in the course of a gunfight. And if you didn't have time to med, even if you were maneuvering, you could still kill an enemy that was potentially full health after taking all that damage, and that was a big deal. So I'm glad that they're kind of re-looking at armor. But on the flip side, an unarmored target died pretty quick. Like, I think it's 5 or 6 shots with 5, 6 to kill an unarmored target, depending on your consistency. But yeah, level 3 armor is really powerful. Audio adjustments. We saw several reports of footsteps sounding louder or quieter than expected, and not always being able to tell the direction enemies were coming from. Others reported an uneven balance of footsteps volume between teammates and enemies, and we're on it. Improvements to how audio will work at launch include sounds will be properly impacted by walls, floors, ceilings, and other objects in the world. This means enemies directly above or below the player should no longer sound louder than expected. Good change. The volume of the cargo plane punching is a good one. If that's going down, that would be amazing. Punching was extremely loud. And everything else you brought up to our attention will be reviewed in depth as part of this process. The game has not yet had its final audio mix. Great. Teammates' footsteps will be quieter compared to enemy footsteps. The awareness perk will further reduce the loudness of the footsteps of your teammates. All audio presets will be available at launch in the options menu. Audio presets can make a big difference, and we offer many choices for those who will play with headphones or surround sound. Oh boy, I'm not going to make any contrast to any other Battle Royale games that could use those changes, but that's just overall solid. Like it. Inventory and item management. This is a big one for me. On the first day of the beta, the community almost unanimously asked for faster item pickups. As a result, we made pickup speed faster as fast as possible while still protecting players from accidentally picking up an item when attempting to reload. Console players have asked for an option in settings to allow them to tap a button to instantly pick up an item, We like this idea a lot and want to be sure to... I don't care about a console. The quick equip menu can be fantastic for making inventory adjustments, but could also get in the way of picking up items, opening doors, or entering vehicles. We adjusted the quick equip menu so it automatically closes after a few seconds with no interactions. We're also looking into the feasibility of closing the quick equip menu if the player performs other actions such as firing a weapon, changing stance, or starting a sprint, etc. We've already improved the proximity and height at which you can interact with items on the ground, so you don't have to look down at the items so precisely. It's being tested now. Okay. But last but not least, we are creating designs for other quality of life improvements to these very important game systems, including but not limited to evaluating options to improve the stash interface when looting enemies and containers on console. Okay. Adding a new method to allow you to quickly remove all attachments from a weapon. Cool. Like that one. Incorporating a way to swap attachments between weapons if both weapons support the same attachment. So I like the last two. What I did not see specifically regarding the inventory management system was the little quality of life tweaks about how close you had to be to get the inventory to open, and how sensitive it seemed on PC, where if you got even a step away, it would close. Like being right on top of the loot box is a little bit of a contrast to PUBG. Maybe that's by design. Maybe that's intentional. Like you're really taking that risk. But I really feel like it's a little bit too tight on PC. So hopefully they look at that. They didn't mention it there. But yeah, that's it. So Xbox One stuff, I guess it's important. We saw some reports of screen tearing and choppiness when playing on quads on Xbox One. We're investigating. There are two specific issues that we have pinpointed on Xbox One that will be fixed for launch. Fix for issues where pressing the Xbox button would sometimes cause the player to lose controller input and have to restart. Inviting friends to your party will work as expected, not only through the in-game social menu. Most kills by an individual player in solos, 25. Duos, 29. Quads, 25. Most kills by a team in duos was 32, and quads is 38. A lot of good changes in here for sure. I think that there's still room for more. I think that I did mention about midway through that video that I didn't care about console. I guess I kind of do, because I don't think that in Treyarch's case that they're going to forget about their main player base, which is on console. So sorry, console guys, I'll be more sensitive in the future. But yeah, some good changes in there. I hope that they kind of look at weapon balance and some other things as well. But this is a good start for sure, especially since the beta just ended today, and this is the first thing they put out. This is the amount of time that's gone by before this post is actually quite small. So kudos to Treyarch for putting this out. I'm excited to see more changes, more specific to PC, because I'm biased. But overall, even if all of these changes mentioned make it onto PC, I don't think I would be too upset, especially the audio ones and the armor stuff as well. Item management, definitely. I would like to see a little bit more care and attention paid to the UI on PC. But I guess divergent workflows on two different platforms is probably not something that Treyarch wants to get into. So that's it. I just wanted to bring you guys this update. Thank you for watching. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/WTFMoses, and on Twitter @WTFMoses. I made myself look orange to fit the theme of Black Ops. So leave a comment if you have any commentary on Black Ops, Blackout specifically. And like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to this channel for more Black Ops content in the future, because it's going to happen. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch. And until next time, I'll see you out there.